Hello, folks. I am Ken Briota, Editorial Director for IoTEvolutionWorld.com, and we are here on the exhibit hall floor for IoT Evolution Expo, where we're talking about the hottest, most exciting, and most important new innovations in the IoT. All the stuff you need to know as you plan your strategy for the next year. I'm here with Tanaya of Dog Hunter, and she's going to tell us what's exciting Dog Hunter right now.
Well, we are, of course, always providing hardware for the makers and for those makers that are really ready to take the next level with their software. So with our Lenino side of products and the Arduino Yun, you, of course, have Wi-Fi, which is essential, but you can use other programming languages like Node.js and Java and Python. But if you're like me, you just like your Arduino IDE, but with Wi-Fi. So when I teach students, we plug it in across the room, we prove that it's Wi-Fi, and then with that bell curve of students who are more ready for a challenge, then again, they can find that with the software. So the coolest thing, though, is we have Arduino Yun now in Yun Mini form.
Oh, that's awesome. So I want to ask you about something we were talking about earlier. One of the really pressing issues in environmental world right now is water. Obviously, California, the whole West, we're out in Vegas. Serious issue right now. I just recently did a story about smart irrigation and how managing especially sprinkler systems and watering systems is really important based on groundwater levels and rain and tracking all that stuff. I know you guys are involved in the space a little bit. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what you know about it?
Yes. Well, when I even first found out what an Arduino was, and I'm like, what can it control? What can it do? Immediately, I thought of water and irrigation because I was raised on a farm. I don't know how many techie girls say that. But so I immediately said, of course, if there was a way that sensors could sense the soil and tell you when to water it, and maybe one day it's going to water for 17 minutes, and then the next day, with weather information and, again, lots of other inputs, it only is going to water for 15 minutes or something. But what I really see the advantages is in this DIY space where people have their own gardens on their rooftops, in their window boxes, vertical farming, and Arduino is such a great way to control it. And now with the Yun, it can be Wi-Fi and, again, all that flexibility with the software. But I just really think that it's such an important thing we can all do, and not only to grow our own food, but to watch our water. And then I have the dream that it'll be on such a larger scale because, I was just in California and we have this drought, and yet you drive past a farm and they're just still watering everything. And it would be so much better if they could, specify, direct that water to right where it needs to go, and again, using a combination of information, then it would, we could ultimately water the plants less.
It's true. We really ought to hook you guys up with Tom Selleck. I understand he needs some help in the area. Folks, that's all we have time for now. Thank you so much, Tanaya.
Thank you.
I'm Ken Briota. I'm the Editorial Director for IoT Evolution World. You can find me online on Twitter at Ken Briota and at IoT Evolution. Where can we find out more about Dog Hunter?
Well, we've got Arduino.org and Lenino.org, like the Linux Arduino. And you can always find me on Twitter because I'm Lenino Woman or just Tanaya Hurst.
That's great. Thank you so much. Folks, we'll catch you next time.